Let's talk about some good 5 must-know fingerprinting business hacks to make money and be productive in your business here. 5 hacks, okay? 5. So we give you guys 5. But for those who are members of the National Light Skin Association, we got 15 hacks for you guys and add to you guys' community. Most likely by tomorrow. So if you're a member of the National Light Skin Association, we'll make sure you get 15 must-know fingerprinting business hacks in the membership community for you guys to check out next day or two there. But let's jump straight into it. Carey, this number 1 is for you, man. We all know about you.
Yes, sir.
All right, then. Mobile fingerprinting services. Number 1 must-know business hack for fingerprinting. The number 1. Talk to me, my brother. What you got?
You must know your price. Your pricing is very important in the mobile fingerprinting world because your pricing dictates how long if you're going to be able to stay in business. The reason why I say that, your pricing, because you're going to constantly be spending money because you're moving. You don't have a central location where people are coming to you. So your gas is expensive, your tolls, that's expenditure. So your pricing has to be included in all of those things. That's why that's your number 1 thing. Know your pricing. Know your ORI codes. Remember, state of Florida, you have different ORI codes. Different ORI codes equals different amount the state is going to charge you for processing fee. You cannot have a standard price across the board.
Nope.
You got to be flexible. You got to learn those ORI codes, what they mean to you and your business every day.
Question for you then. When they call you for mobile fingerprinting and ask you how much it costs, hey, how much your mobile fingerprinting costs, what do you tell them?
The first thing I say, what is your ORI number?
I like that. That's true.
I mean, before we can go any further, what is your ORI number? And do you have 2 pieces of valid identification?
Well, I'm not sure what it is. They're just for a job. I'm just thinking, I'm working at a job at the school district. That's all. How much is it going to be?
ORI number. If you don't do not have it, I cannot provide it for you. You need to call the person that is requesting this level 2 background check, or you may contact the state of Florida yourself and see what ORI number they provide for you. I would never provide an ORI number. Remember that, it's very important. If you provide it, you put in yourself as being responsible for it. If it doesn't go through because of an ORI number, they're gonna come back to you.
True.
That's true. That's true. So pretty much what Carey's saying, folks, what I'm taking out of it is you don't want to say the price over the phone unless you have all the right information.
Correct.
For us, what we do sometimes for mobile fingerprint, we have like a minimum fee. Regardless what the ORI number is, we have a minimum setup and travel fee. Folks, write this down. Minimum setup and travel fee. Bare minimum, not counting the government fees and stuff. So that way they have an ideal.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of folks want to try to contact you for mobile finger and say, hey, how much you charge? And you give them your prices. No sense, you might scare them away. That's not our clientele. If we scare you away with our prices, you ain't meant for us anyway.
I'm meant for me to be.
Not at all.
Yeah.
We got to get that money. You know, we don't pay that bread waiting for you. We understand that,
And they are.
That's all this.
Then you give them. You can always give them. Say, well, it's range from A to C.
Yeah.
I mean, your ORI number is gonna let me know whether or not you at A price or C price.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's true.
there's ways of communicating without being, not giving out the information that they want, but you got to also receive the information you need to cover yourself, cover your cost.
Like a barcode, pretty
That's
much.
true.
Yes.
And what's your biggest investment that you had for mobile fingerprinting? Your number 1 biggest investment for your fingerprint business?
Your vehicle.
A reliable vehicle.
Your vehicle. I mean,
That's right.
all changes, cat rotations, service, you have to have it done. Because if your vehicle breaks down, you don't make no money.
I don't think they heard you. Without some transportation, you have the mobile.
They say hi to Crystal Navarez. I hope you see the screen. how to join the association, lightscancommunity.com. So, hi, Crystal.
Crystal.
What's going on, Crystal? All right. Mâ-Oûmba, I got one for you here for hack number 2. For hack number 2, foster a community partnership. So this is part of the 5 must-know fingerprint business hacks. This is hack number 2, foster community partnerships. What does that mean to you?
For me, I take it very dearly to the heart. Being part of the community, you can provide, with your logo on the bar. Let's say you want to volunteer to different platforms and talk about your business. You can also volunteer as a fingerprint person and let them know you're part of the community. If you're being part of the community, they know where your business is, and you educate the population about fingerprinting, what is very important about fingerprinting. So I think being part of the community is very important. I do that all the time. I like to volunteer. So if you like to do that, go ahead and make sure you have your logo, I guess, on a t-shirt, a polo shirt, and expose yourself to the world. And pretty much by doing so, you also give it back to the community as well. Because you actually give it back to the community, which is very important.
Some things that we do in the past, we help out the community. We get involved with community organizations and events. We might volunteer our time, or might give things away, or might have a certain day. We might just go to certain events and fingerprint the kids for a substantial discount. I'm not saying free, but for a substantial discount, or something like that. But we want to stay involved with the community. That's one of the good ways to also increase your revenue, because now they know where you at and who you are. So sometimes these schools may have certain volunteers or certain events. Go volunteer your services. Let them know you offer fingerprinting services, because all those parents need fingerprinting, especially when they go ahead and do those volunteer trips with the kids, or they'll be some type of coach or volunteer these different school projects, or even come on campus sometime and help out the teachers. They're going to need a background check, a live scan. So volunteer your services at the school districts too. Your local community, it could be events with the police station, events with the business chapters out there they have, or the case may be. Churches, get involved with the community, let them know, and sport your colors, sport your uniform. Got mine over here someplace. I got Carey sitting because his look better than mine. But where's he at, Carey? Carey got his sitting right there. So, you're all sporting the colors and all that stuff. But always brand your business. Mâ-Oûmba got her book behind her. She's always branding the association. Thank you, Mâ-Oûmba. We got you there, Mâ-Oûmba. But always brand yourself. When you go to these different events, show your colors. Don't plaster the parking lot with your flyers and stuff. That's okay, certain things, but we're not going to the club, okay? Don't put no stuff on my car. Ain't gonna happen like that, but brand yourself while you're there, but get involved with the community.
And take pictures too. Pictures.
Yeah, if you do volunteer or whatever it is, take pictures.
And bring to your website to show that you're part of the community, whatever event that you're joining, if it's okay with the crowd, take the pictures and post it on your website. You're part of this community here. The police officer has mentioned the school volunteer. There's so many associations that are doing a lot of things in the community that you can be involved and also self-promote yourself.
Speaking of the websites and stuff, create engagement content. How? You mentioned the community right there. Take pictures. If people reply back on your posting on your Instagram or your TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, whatever case may be out there, stay involved and always engage in the community. That's very important, because you want the folks to know who you are. And these are just free hacks you could be doing to increase your business, to get your business out there. Sometimes the word of mouth is the best marketing, is word of mouth.
Yep.
For us, there were a couple of police stations near us there, or they know who we were for quite some time. I didn't go up there and spam them. I had some colleagues of mine went up there looking very nice, got their attention, and now we go to certain police stations. They got this big old sign on their window that says, "Come see us," because they don't want to do in-car fingerprinting on live scans all the time. So we make it convenient, but always network, engage, reply back. The live scan community we have, engage all the time. People pay attention to who you are, and they appreciate that.
Sure.
What you got for this, Carey? Any ideas about create engaging content? What comes to mind for you?
Yeah, well, a lot of us, we have small kids that are into activities like Little League baseball, things of that nature there. Because I'm putting on an event for my son's baseball team, whereas I'm going to take 20 fingerprint cards and fingerprint all of this baseball team, just to let people see what I do. And it may cost me what, $10, but it's engaging in the community to let them know that the service that I offer is available to them, because it's nothing like you have. It's so many on Saturdays. I can't even count the number of people at the park. You know, but the parents see that you're offering that for their kids.
Mm-hmm.
They will remember that when it comes time to either something notarized, either need a live scan fingerprint.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter of giving back. In order for you to move forward in any business, you have to be willing to give.
That's right. And Crystal got some nuggets for you guys also. Crystal, it's good information here. She told me, what about the organization that's not compliant with AB 506? A big one is churches. And for those who know what AB 506 is, you should look it up. I just did. I just did. But pretty much is what we were saying earlier on. Volunteers, administrations. We do with churches sometimes to get these after-school programs or some type of after-school programs for adults, worst case for senior citizens. These folks who volunteer their time, even the staff, need to have a background check. A lot of people may not know about this, and some may know about it, they just want to pay the government fees. But learn this right here, and this is a very good nugget, folks. Write this information down. Crystal, we thank you. Good information, but these folks need a background check, especially here in California.
Yeah, in California, yeah.
You need a background check. It's a good thing. So find out who's not compliant or find out who is compliant. And hey, I'm here for you. Or you specialize in the AB 506 background checks. Write an article about that. Okay?
Yeah.
Write an article about that. You know, for churches who know about it and stuff like that, write an article. Somebody might just Google that. We're trying to find out what the requirements are. You pop up about the information. Oh, we need background checks. Let's contact Crystal. You know. Now, in most cases, this is for everybody out there, if a church has some type of program, for example, and they need to have a background check requirement, they should be contacting the state law enforcement agency or the agency who's in charge of the live scans for that state, and make sure you get the right live scan form or the correct ORI number for that particular requirement to meet the requirements here. So there are a lot of agencies out there who might need this here, but don't know what paperwork they need to have. Have them contact the state law enforcement entity, for example, and ask them, say, hey, we have a church, we have an after-school program. We need some type of ORI number to fingerprint or do a background check on our volunteers. Okay, then. And with Florida, it's the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. If it's California, it's Department of Justice for California, not for the White House, but for California Department of Justice. But you guys just keep that in mind. Crystal, once again, thank you. Shoot, she ain't playing around. You know. Okay, can I get a discount? No, you ain't getting no discount. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking over there. But that's a very good point there, folks. But it's a good tips going on here. It's a very good hack too. Number 4, implement referral programs. What comes to mind for you, Mâ-Oûmba?
Oh wow.
Don't be shy. Shoot.
I would just think, okay, so for any implement referral program, you can word of mouth. When you have customers in the community or neighborhood, when you talk to your neighbors or colleagues or anybody you're around, usually when they trust you, they usually refer you, okay, this person does this and that's one good thing to do it. Or also if you have customers that come to your location and you want to send them emails to thank them, they will usually follow up. When you follow up with them, they will also refer to another customer as well. So there's many ways you can implement a referral program by providing discount. Now you refer me this person, I will give you a discount for 10% for maybe 2 or 3 customers. So you can also implement this type of program as well.
Okay. How about you, Carey? When it comes to my feedback, offering some type of referral program for those who see your business?
Well, on my receipts, I have a place where all my customers put. As soon as I finish finish doing a job and get back to my office, I have a contact file.
Okay.
The store. Every month, I send all my customers out a general email asking for them to refer, asking them to refer, whether it's either on my website, on my Google platform, Facebook, or whatever. And if you do give me a referral, then I will give you $10 off your next live stream.
Okay, I like that. And let's also go back to number 3 again. That's called, creating engagement content. You are creating content for them through your email campaign that you have. You send out once a month, which is pretty good. Your email you put out once a month, is this more like an email? It's more like a newsletter.
It's just a general email. It's no newsletter.
Okay. So something like a newsletter coming soon. This is where you say yes.
Yes, say yes, Carey.
This is where you want to say yes. Emails are fine, but sometimes a little small quality newsletter, e-newsletter, like every quarter at the minimum. You might want to highlight events in your community people could go to. It might be your newsletter, but spotlight other events in that newsletter you have, so people know that you're part of the community. You got the list right now, and folks, he gave you a quiet nugget there. Hack, get your client's contact information. Keep it live. Ask them for referrals. Every year for us, we send an email out saying Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, Happy Birthday. And you're doing your birthday month. If you come in, you get $10 off your next service. We don't offer no percentage because sometimes on live scans, like here in California, the government fee could be from free to $300 on the government fee. And I'm not giving a $30 discount for a government fee for $300. Let's take all my profit. I recommend some type of dollar amount, or like next time you come in here, $10 off your next, or $5 off your next notarization, something like that. If you come in here, but don't just say free notarization. They come with some loan docs. They want that for free because it's a free notarization service. Be very specific when you get these referrals out to folks. And you need to have some type of proof that the person was referred to you by somebody else.
Yeah.
So things just to think about. But if you go ahead and keep the content going, it makes good sense. So for us, our referral program is pretty much word of mouth. We do ask when you schedule a appointment online, how do you hear about us? And we go ahead and reach the person and say thank you. But we know it's a good pattern of the same person does a lot of business sometime. We might just send a gift card from Amazon or free lunch someplace like that for thank you for the services, or the next live scan they come in on, or ink card. We might waive the government fee, or we not take back the government fee. We might waive a certain percentage off the ink card, or we might waive our rolling fee. I ain't waiving the government fees. I take that back. I ain't waiving the government fees. No. That wasn't me. That was a test. That was a test. That was the test out there. And we see that Crystal knows what's going on because I guess she does fingerprinting here. She's out there in Azusa. So how come you're not a member? You're getting this free airtime right now, Crystal. Become a member. We can't wait to get your membership like between today and tomorrow, or we're going to put you in blast next week.
Do it now, Crystal. Do it now.
Welcome to the family, Crystal. Welcome to the family there. And she's keeping everything 100 too. I like that. What else you got? Can you guys think of anything? Listen to the video now, put your comments in the section and share your thoughts with us. What do you think you could do as for a way of offering some type of referral service or a way to engage your customers to retain them? What would you offer them? What would you do? Because these days it's all about what's it for them? What's in it for them? Not for you. What's in it for them? Now, some clients come to us for a lot of ink cards. We keep track of who come to us, how many ink cards they had in the past. And something might come in out the blue. They may pay online for the appointment. Listen to me. They pay online for their appointment to come in there. When they come in there, they might be like, you did 5 ink cards with us already. So what we do, congratulations. Thank you. This is your 6th ink card. Here's your receipt for your money back for the particular ink card. And we do that from time to time. You do a lot of ink cards with us. We appreciate that because we know they're going to tell their friends also. Now, who comes back for 5 or 6 times for ink cards? Anybody? Who needs repeat ink cards on a regular basis sometime? Who needs like 3 or 4 or 5 ink cards? What industry?
So what
industry do you guys know of who will have a person come back for multiple ink cards?
What is it? That week. What was it for?
Who can you think of? Because you guys in
About
Florida, you guys know one.
the nurses,
There you go.
the teacher, the volunteer people. You have people for constructions.
People from who also need them in other states too.
Correct.
Other state,
Right.
the other state they need that. Yeah,
That's
definitely.
correct.
Travel nurse.
Travel nurse it is. Now, you folks out there in Florida, right next door is a small country called Georgia.
Yeah.
Right?
The
The nurses in Georgia, if you check their website, the licensing board for nurses strongly recommend or suggest that they do 3 ink cards. They don't have to, it's up to them, but they recommend they do 3 ink cards. If you don't know why, take a training program, but they recommend 3 ink cards. So for you, for another hack out there, you might want to start learning these instructions for these different agencies, Mâ-Oûmba nursing and travel nurses, the good hack right there.
Yeah.
And learn these certain states near you. They might want to get the license in a different state near you, and you know what the license requirements are for ink card fingerprinting. So when they come to you, you become an expert in that particular state for nurses. They mentioned Georgia. I gotta go ching 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 because we can pay 3 times.
Yeah.
You
Even
know,
in Florida too.
we print out. Hey, this is what it says right here. We'll do. How many cards? You want 2 or 3 today? I don't say 1. You say nurses says 3. You recommend 3 ink cards from Georgia. What do you want to do for the day? 2 or 3? I know you put down 1, but it's recommending this. What do you want to do? What do you recommend? I don't know. I just want to tell you what your state agency says. Okay, it's recommending this. I guess I did 3. Good. Upsell, but at the same time, you're helping them out too, though. Because in most cases, the cards might get rejected because the ridges on the nurse's hand might be worn down.
Yeah.
So keep them come back to you again for a second time, a second visit. They have 1 card on the back end side as a backup they could send in as a resubmission. They get the fingerprints to go through the second time around.
Mm-hmm.
There's always this different reason out there, though.
Yeah.
Just different reasons. What about number 5? Any suggestion you guys think that is? Hack number 5. Which one think that's going to be?
Offer customized
Solutions.
solution. Yeah.
And what this is, folks, you got to think outside the box.
Mm-hmm.
You're not fingerprinting here, you might have your own fingerprint business, but when they call you sometime, they're not sure what they need to get done. You might offer some type of service to add into fingerprinting solutions, Hey, I got these ink cards here, and we're right by the airport in LA. A lot of folks might want to get fingerprinted and take a flight out real fast. Oh, by the way, can you mail this for us here?
Yeah.
We're like ching ching. Okay? Ching ching. Got Carey smile, folks. Ching
Right.
ching.
Right.
And what I mean by that is, yes, you can mail it, but for our service for ink cards, we have a FedEx service.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why can't you do postal service? I understand that, ma'am, but the company has a FedEx service because they trust your information with FedEx versus the U.S. mail right now.
Yeah.
You think that makes sense to you? Yes, it does. Yes, you can charge more for FedEx.
Yeah.
Those ink cards, they're heavy. When you pick up that ink card, you put the envelope there, that muscle's getting kind of tired. This is the ink card.
It's right. It's heavy.
It's heavy. Shoot, JW, oh man, shoot. I need a nurse right now.
And the ink is heavy. The postage is heavy.
But the ink card has a lot of information on it, and you have to make sure if you ship it out on their behalf, you do the best way possible. Now, I'm not putting down the postal service there, but I do feel more comfortable with certain documents that get there the next day versus 2 or 3 days later on.
Yeah.
Especially somebody's identity information on the ink card. You get the fingerprints, their name, their social, their date of birth, the place of birth, their address. All of the goodies right there for somebody trying to steal the identity.
Yeah.
So we offer a FedEx service, and we share with the reasons why. So that's something you want to add on as a customizable solution, especially trying to rush out your office to catch a flight or go someplace home or rush to the store and they have time to mail out the ink cards to request an agency. There's a lot of different things you could do. Notary service. A lot of folks who does fingerprinting are notaries or vice versa, not offer both services.
You have to be certified too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And something they may pay you for some information because they don't know how to find it.
Yep. But you're the truth,
That make me laugh right now, Crystal.
What's that? Oh yeah, we're charging.
Yeah.
Or perhaps they come to you and they want you to mail the ink card along with some other items, but the items are on their phone. So for us, we have a printer and we charge them.
Yeah.
We have the FedEx printing rates. We use the copy map printing rates. We're not doing it for free because FedEx charges and they pay
Yeah.
like they pay us. You know,
Even the library charge you.
yeah, library too. So we're charging too. That ink ain't cheap these days. Everybody knows that.
Mhm.
Another example is going to be is if you want to offer fax services.
Yeah.
Our first page is $2.
Yeah.
No, that's before COVID-19. Our first page is $3 now. See how JW thinks? No. Well, we have a 1 cent fee for the first page and another $1.50 for each page afterwards. But we're not in the fingerprint business. We're not in the copy map business. We're in the fingerprint business. So for us, it's a special service. Okay.
Mhm.
Act like you're at the hotel. You want to print out this 3-page email. You go to the front desk of the hotel and look at your bill before you go home.
Yep.
Printing out 3 pages. I promise you, we'll never forget that price again. And they're going to charge you for that, which makes sense because it's a convenient service. You could go down the street, take a cab, and get yourself for 50 cents, but it's an inconvenience.
Yeah.
So when you guys offer fingerprinting services, consider offering faxes,
Yeah.
printing out documents, shipping documents on their behalf, FedEx or Priority Mail, or get yourself an account with through FedEx or UPS, where the case may be. But also education things too. They may come to you for a background check because they try and get their record expunged. And if you happen to know a lawyer or somebody who's a consultant in that field or something like that, that's a good way to bring additional revenue sometime by referring that business to somebody else. Now, they can't get referral fees in certain states, I understand that, but if you're in a law enforcement agency yourself, or you have to be a law firm yourself, when they come there for fingerprinting, I'm quite sure you can charge them for other services too. But just different things to think about. That's all. Different things.